Yo, 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 yo. It's the Don't Get Tricked podcast, and it's your boy, Big Lick.
You ain't have
Hey,
no Timmy in it.
hey, it's your girl Paris. Hey guys.
What's going on in this show by way of Don't Get Tricked by way of showie'spicks.com?
Hey, what's going on, my people? Welcome back. We back, Drea,
Welcome
she'll be
back.
joining us later, but we here. We got Paris, we got Show. How y'all been over the last week?
Hope y'all been good. I've been good. The week
Yep,
has been pretty.
running around.
Running
Tired.
around.
See, you got a nice new hairdo.
Uh,
Y'all looking spiffy.
I had to change it up for my people out there. Are you talking about her? Are you? Or me? Which one? Because Big Lee came through with
Paris
the
looking
twist.
cute. She got a nice outfit on. She knew the podcast blowing up. She can't get caught slipping no more. Lee getting Hollywood got the twist in. It's my last day being raggedy. I'm about to go shopping.
Hey, I ain't know how to start this shit. I had started with the hoodie. Know what I mean, or just leave let people see that first time they see a twist on me.
You gotta save it
Let you
for
know
next
it
episode.
is shrinking.
Can't
Your
start with the
boy
hoodie.
got a little something up there. You said
Okay.
what?
I said you gotta save that the hood for a gangster episode. You can't do that on a vacation.
Yeah, man. But today's episode, this episode 31. By the way, we want to welcome anybody that's joining us, that is gonna be joining us. We thank you for coming on. This is an episode so trying to think about like what to talk about, and then I'm going on vacation next week. I'm headed to Cancun, and for some reason, I be asked like, "Oh, your wife letting you go?" Like I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't she? Like, oh, it's something like I don't know. People think it's taboo that guys shouldn't go on guy trips or something like that, or it's some people in relationships that feel that way, that their significant other shouldn't go on it. They should just do stuff together. I don't know if that happened within any of y'all relationships. Uh, my wife is okay with me going. I know people might have seen me put up certain statuses and thought like, oh man, his wife must have got an issue with him going. What's the name? Because I think the first I put up, I forgot what I put up. I put up something, but it all indirect. But the lead up to this conversation was like, yo, is that an issue, or do you ever talk about that within y'all relationships?
Go first, Paris.
So I want to say Cancun is amazing, and when you think about Cancun, it's like party, 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 party. So it's kind of like depends on where you going. That will kind of pique someone's mind, like, oh, what they doing? Like it's like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas if you're boo going to Vegas. But I honestly think people gonna be who they want to be, regardless of the fact, right? If your woman is I hate to say this, a HOE, or your man is a HOE, regardless if that's your bae and they go on separate vacations, they're gonna be who they are. But I don't have that issue. If my man won't go on a vacation with his homeboys, go ahead. I ain't gonna bug you, I ain't gonna call you, but you do gotta check in. But if I'm going with my girlfriends, it's me. I'm having a good time. Trust me, with your whole heart. You know what I mean?
When
So
you say
no, I don't have
check-in, how often? Like, what's your check-in criteria?
And my check-in is every 6 hours. At least text me and say, hey, I'm okay. Especially if you somewhere that's like way off the grid. You know what I mean? Like if you going to like Aruba, or you going somewhere where it's kind of like my mind is like, what is going on over there? Are you safe or anything like that? But if you're going like to Vegas or Miami, you ain't got to check in because you probably going to be safe. But if you're going somewhere where you require a passport, check in and let me know you okay.
I figure you safe. When you said safe, I'm thinking like, are you using protection? Like, are you safe? You got some condoms with you? Nah. First of all, me, I never say no to women. Like if I'm in a relationship and a woman want to go somewhere, I'm not a fan of stopping them from doing anything they want to do. Because I feel like if I got to protect you from yourself, then I'm just tricking myself anyway. So I'm gonna let you do what you got to do. But if it becomes too frequent, if it's like every other month you want to go somewhere, or if it's a return place to a certain place, I'm gonna start wondering what's over there, or why you want to go so much. Because I know, here's the thing, women do like to go on trips with their girls, I believe, and their friends or whatever. But women like to kind of make their man go places with them. Like women like to be under their man for the most part when they really into them. So it's like maybe if you go on 10 trips, 8 of them you want your man to go. 2, something might come up and it's a girl trip or some old college people you're getting up with or something like that. In my experiences, men, I feel like we should be able to do what we want, kind of. Like I know I go to Vegas. I go to Vegas 3 times a month. A lot of times, at least 2 times a month I'm in Vegas. Okay. I'm a sports bettor. I'm a professional sports bettor. I run a business. Yeah, I mean, I was going anyway before that, but that's just what I do. I go to Vegas a lot, so I travel a lot. So if you mess with me, you got to be able to. I'm a free spirit. You got to just kind of let me go. And I'm not going to embarrass you. It'll be all good. But women, I don't know. It's like you should be wanting me to come with you. Let me fake like you want me to come. Let me turn you down, and then you go.
But then that's kind of like, I don't know. That's not genuine. And I kind of want to touch something that you said. You was like, if you feeling him like that. So you think that, some women, they don't want to bring their man because they're not feeling him like that?
No. I think that from my experience, let me know if I'm off. But with me and I know my homeboys' relationships, women who genuinely all about their man, they don't like doing too much without their man. They kind of all up under them a little bit. And I know you want some freedom, but a lot of times women be like, hey, babe, let's go here. Oh, I seen this. Let's go here. Usually men got to be like, damn, let me go somewhere by myself or go be with your friends. Like, if you keep on finding things to do without me, I'm going to start looking at you funny.
I think some men want their women to be with them when they go on vacations and stuff because they women is actual arm candy. Like, I want to show my babe off. I want to show her off in her 2-piece, you know what I'm saying? With her little flip flops, whatever it is, and I think women, they want their man. Well, for me, I could just speak for myself. I would want my man to go with me on vacation because I like just that romantic feel and stuff like that. When I'm with my homegirls and I'm out with them, it's just like, oh, I'm having fun, but I'm not having fun to the point where I'm going to disrespect my significant other, but I'm going to make sure that I have fun in a manner that is tasteful, but I'm going to still enjoy myself. You get what I'm saying? Either if I'm with my man or if I'm with my girls, I'm still going to be half naked on vacation.
Half naked, most men, we don't have fun on vacation men like to have sex. Like, that's point blank. So it's like vacation just ain't as fun if it's no female interaction. So we kind of put that on y'all a little bit, like, what y'all getting out of it? I know you want to be half nigga, you want to go drink, you want to do this, that. Most men cheat, a lot of them don't. 7 out of 10. So most men go on vacation, they might be, some men just like the people watch. It's not all cheating, it's not all of that. Like, you having fun with your friends. A lot of, like me, I met Lee in Vegas. We just chilled, a bunch of our friends, a bunch of his boys that he came up with, and we just kick it. I ain't saying you got to be doing that. But if you get a group of most men, 7 out of 10 men is out looking at women, trying to see what they could do. And it's almost like men and women go for different reasons. Women have fun with the scenery. Y'all like the scenery of places.
We do.
We don't really care about the scenery. Leroy do, because he keep trying to get me out the country. And I just told him, like, it just ain't my thing. I don't like going places with black women. If it ain't no black women, I don't have fun. I don't like it.
Ooh. I mean, what about tan? You know what I mean? Especially in the summertime, we all kind of golden. You see Lee, he like got that golden glow, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Anywhere you go and you're enjoying yourself on vacation, I think you have this different glow, men and women, and it's just all fun. And I like how Star said, "Sun's out, buns out." You know what I mean? That should be for men and women. Y'all buns should be out.
Buns shouldn't be out, but we do enjoy the sun's out and the buns out with y'all.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy more of the women buns out, But like right now, my wife is in. My wife just went to Dominican Republic today. When she called, she was like, "All right, I'll talk to you later." I said, "Nah," and I didn't learn from Paris. You got 3 hours to check back in. Like no, but no, she ain't got to check back in. I probably won't. I told her, like, if I don't talk to you today, you out there with her family and stuff. But I'm on the belief of, in relationships. I got a friend that was married young, and he used to just be all about his wife. And when we going to do stuff, or I lived in a different area. Yo, come out, let's do something. I'm back home. Like, yo, let's go out. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't drink. I'm like, bro, in a relationship, everybody in one, you need your own time. You need your time with your friends. You need your time with your girl. It's you can always do trips, with your girl, with your family. But I'm like, I got friends that's all over the place that I'm close with. I feel like I need to spend some time with them and not just coming to my house or me going to their house. And then it's just family. Like, nah, let's go, enjoy life somewhere together. But at the same time, having a perspective of what I got at home. So I ain't, hopefully I ain't doing nothing stupid that's going to break up that home, but that's my perspective. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Like, what do you feel about, like, if your man is going and you like, all right, so your girl going, whatever the case, you use the opposite, and it's like, well, her friends is, like some hoes, or his friends is known cheaters. Like, do you feel a certain way with them traveling with that group of people?
So tag me in first. Let me tap me in first. All
Get
right.
him, get him, get him.
You know what I'm saying? I got my army fatigue on. But honestly, I think the company you keep, whether if they're hoes, whether if the men are sleeping around, whatever, the person is still going to do what they want to do. I don't think that I think at a certain age, you can't influence somebody to do something. They are going to do what they want to do regardless. If my man is going out and his homeboy is a hoe, that's his homeboy. That don't mean my man going to be one. That means that the homeboy may be around women and have my man around women, but it's up to my man to kind of know, hey, I know what I got at home. When I'm out with my homies on vacation, I'm going to play it safe, right? Because what happens in the dark always comes to the light. So I don't have a problem with it. My guy got plenty of male friends that's kind of out there like that, but that's them. That don't mean that that's him. So I just feel like people are who they are, regardless of the company that they keep. That shows you what type of behaviors that they may have had in the past or that they may currently have, but that doesn't mean that they're like that now. So I don't have a problem with my man. Or if I was opposite, I wouldn't have a problem with my woman out there. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Yep, I definitely wouldn't trust you. But no, I'm just women who be saying that Paris say that's they trick to get you to trust them. They try to trust you so you can trust them. They'll just trade it.
Now you showing out, show.
I'm just playing. Not you, Paris. Just women like you. It's like, I don't care. My man shouldn't trip. I don't trip when he go. I'm like, yeah, she all right with the trade-off. I ain't going nowhere. Ain't none of us going nowhere. But nah, I see what you mean though. But a lot of guys, we look kind of different than y'all with that. We don't trust our women with certain women because it's like men don't like their women in compromising positions. And I think because men more insecure than women, pretty much. Because when women go out, if y'all go into a club in Vegas, right? Or wherever y'all at, but I'll just use Vegas or Miami, where some ballers would be at, Atlanta, or whatever. And you with 4 girls, and y'all go into a section, and there's some rappers or some rich guys or whatever the case may be. I feel like y'all not going in that section without all of y'all. So now you got my woman in a section popping bottles, and with everybody having a good time and everybody choosing. If the hoes got this man and the other hoe got that man, what you gonna do? Just sit there? But I do understand that I've been in places where girls was doing this, that, and the girl didn't want to talk to nobody else. The other girl just sat there and minded the business. So I do believe that can happen too. Like you said, people going to do what they want to do. If you're a good person, if you're doing right by your man, you're going to do right by your man. If you're going to do wrong, you're going to do wrong. So it ain't really the influence, but guys just want to keep that away from their woman altogether. That's a lot of do. I don't protect my woman. I let them go. And if you do something crazy, then I'm just leaving. I ain't blocking you from nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that check-in thing for me, just to kind of revert and piggyback on the check-in thing, I think the check-in thing is for safety. It's not for let me check and see what you're doing. I really don't care what you're doing. You're going to have fun regardless of the fact. I want you to check in so I know that you still breathing, or you're not somewhere locked up in a foreign country or something along those lines. And if my man is hanging out with someone who I know is bad business, like do bad things, then I'm gonna be a little bit more concerned versus somebody that's like out there. You get what I'm saying? If he hanging out with a dude that's like a whole bunch of women, I don't care. But if he hanging out with a guy that's like always into bad things, I'm gonna be a little bit more concerned, if that makes sense.
what was one of like his ball of friends that you've been around and you know he got multiple women, 2, 3 women that we know where he goes, the women follow, and we going out somewhere and he like and we looking a little excited and we like, we're going to this club, we going to that club. You ain't gonna have your eye on it a little bit, or you just like, I'm all good.
No, because again, I'm a firm believer people are who they are. You gonna hang your own rope if you want to. I'm gonna give you the rope, but if you want to hang. You know better though, because me, I'm the sugar honey I see, and nobody ain't gonna want to hang that rope with me.
So if your man slip up, let me ask you this. Kind of, it's related to the topic, but it's not. If your man slip up on this trip, if he goes out and he's in Atlanta, he met up with a loving hip hop woman by accident, or Atlanta housewife, he had a one-day little thing. Would you leave him if it came back to you found out he had one little slip up? Is that like a deal breaker, or is he on punishment for a while? Like, how severe do we go with?
First of all, you put my life at risk, because if you have a slip up and you're sleeping with somebody else, that means that you're jeopardizing my life, right? Because you're sleeping and being intimate with somebody else. I don't know what that person has or who they've been with, so it's a wrap for me. There's no
condom for safety.
What happened?
You wanted to make sure he was safe on the check-in, so he took a condom with him.
It doesn't matter if there's a condom or not, because when people are on vacation, oftentimes they drink. So how does he know that he used protection and for how long he used protection? So for me, that's a no-no. I have a zero tolerance for certain things. One slip up is an absolute no-no. So I wouldn't go for it.
How drunk you got to be to not know you use protection? I ain't never been that drunk.
You know what?
I know. I'm looking for
Hey, hold on. I just want to say welcome to everyone that's joining. If you're watching on the Don't Get Tricked podcast YouTube or the Facebook, I put the link in the bio. This is something different. I didn't even tell them that if there's anybody that want to join and ask a question on the topic or just state, give us, their experience, let me just click the link and I add you in, and then we'll make it work. Like I said, this is the Don't Get Tricked podcast, episode 31, vacationing. Hey, so we're going to ask some questions. Hey, Star said, are you letting your girl go to Vegas with you on most of those trips?
If she wanted to. My big mom lives in Vegas. Her family was out there. So when we used to go out to Vegas, she would go do her thing, and I would stay on the strip because I'm mostly working, and I just don't want to be around up in your family's house all day anyway. So I take it as a chance for her to go see her friends and her family, and for me to do my own thing. So yeah, I'm not ever saying you can't come, but you're not coming with me every time because I'll just stay home. Like, what's the point of me? I don't want to take you with me everywhere. We travel enough on separate venues to have to. I'm not an actor. You know how a lot of guys, they kind of do the 50-50 overcompensation thing. And it's like, all right, I went out one time without you. Let me take you the next 2 times. Next time I'm going to do this. Yeah. I don't do that. I just like to live realistic. If I want to go somewhere, I got something I want to do, I'm leaving. If I want to bring you with me, I'm going to bring you with me. I'm not into the fake 50-50 thing. I just like to keep it real. So, yeah, they could come if I want them to come.
Yeah, I'm with that too. Like, people, I see a lot of guys that won't do a certain thing because their woman, like their woman probably be like, oh yeah, nah, go ahead, go do your thing. But they feel guilty for some reason, like having too much fun or something, like, and they feel like, well, their wife is at home and, I feel bad, like, and sometimes I can understand that, a friend of mine's, I want him to come visit, but then he's like, he ain't feel comfortable coming because on the whole pandemic, his wife hasn't gone out, so he's like, well, I don't want to go out, leave her, and she ain't been nowhere, then she's stuck with the kid, and then it just didn't feel right, just, coming out and leaving her. So I can understand that aspect, but other ones, I'm like, nah, like, hey, go have fun. Like I said, I'm going to Cancun next week. My wife is going on a girls trip to Turk and Caicos in a couple of weeks after she get back. We got to live our life. Like,
that's why though. A lot of guys say that they don't want to do it because they don't want their girl to want to go somewhere. They scared their girl going to want to go somewhere.
Ooh, you better say it. You better say that.
See, you don't care because you're going to let your girl go. They trying to avoid their girl asking them, can they go somewhere?
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a question for the men for the guy friends that you have that their women kind of don't want them to go on vacations, or they kind of feel bad. Do you think that will cause resentment, like in the long run, where the man will start resenting the woman, and then he might kind of be sneaky, right? And kind of do things like that, versus a woman that's like, go ahead and do your thing. You get what I'm saying? Or him like, you know what? I'm gonna still hang out with my guys because I know my girl, we're gonna go on a trip. I think when we get in these relationships and we hold each other back from having social lives and doing what's best for us to kind of get self-care, we start resenting the other person. And then it becomes where, oh, you doing something behind my back and all of this stuff.
Go
ahead, Shaw, I'll let you go. Oh, yeah, I'll go. I definitely think because I think it's gonna come up like in an argument like later on, like damn motherfucker, like could have went on this trip, show out in Vegas. I was supposed to get invited. I was supposed to be out, meet him out there. Instead, I'm here. It'll be brought up in some type of argument, and so it's definitely gonna be locked away, waiting to, like a bow and arrow, waiting to just point and like, yeah, like so it's definitely, something, and that's why you can't just keep worrying about like the feelings. It's like if you want to go do something, go do it. And end of the day, we're all grown. Yeah, you got a family, you're responsible, but as long as everyone's safe at home and everything is going good, and the one thing about me, like, and the big thing is like, guys going on guy trip to cheat, girls going on this. You can cheat anywhere.
Yep.
Like it's not just about going out there. Like
what'd you say, Sean?
You can.
You can cheat more peacefully in Aruba. You don't got to worry about anybody walking in or wondering if you like ain't coming home at the right time. You can cheat a little better in Aruba than you can at home.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Yeah, and you can do one night stands and fake names and numbers and stuff and not get caught. That's just on the person individually. But in reality, like I said, you can do it at home. Guess what? People work 8-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. It ain't gonna stop. If somebody's worried about anybody cheating, you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
Yeah. Is cheating the only thing that people worried about when you go on a guy or a girl trip? Like, what else is there to worry about besides cheating and safety?
Some women and men just don't like their partner having fun without them. So sometimes it ain't just all cheating. I think some people just don't like you enjoying yourself without them being there. Feel like they missing something or something. I don't know. Some people just like to be up under your ass 24/7.
Ooh, I like that. No, I'm just joking.
You don't like nobody under your ass 24/7.
And I see it where it's like they want to do everything with their spouse. It's like, is that wrong? No, you love them, but it's like, isn't this? I can't do it. I know my wife can't be around me that much. She get annoyed. Like, so
me and her both. We was about to fight over some chicken grease when me and Lee lived together in college.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're annoyed when you started a fight over pouring chicken grease in the toilet.
He ain't never poured again, just to let y'all know.
I ain't want to hurt the kid.
I just think it's healthy for relationships to spend some time with your friends outside of your relationship. I mean, you don't have to be with your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend all the time. It's just healthy just to get some exposure and have some social life, and you're going to do things with your girlfriends that you're not going to do with your man, or, you probably act different around your guy friends than you do when you hanging out with your girl. So it's like different versions of yourself, but it's all part of love and self-care, I think. And it's actually pretty healthy to do it, go on separate trips.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't play NBA 2K, you're not good in basketball. So it's like we got different folks for different folk, different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes.
Yeah, we all, like, even your male friends, like certain friends are more fun for this, some friends are more fun for that. And women, when they put you in a bad position, not just women, because it's clingy men too. So like your spouse could put you in a position to have to say something that you don't really mean. Like you don't want to be rude and be like, I don't want to be around you right now, or you getting on my nerves. So it's like, just give people space before it comes out in the wrong way.
Be transparent. I don't want to be around you right now. I really need a vacation without you.
I wouldn't say that. I'll say I want to go hang.
And the big thing, the big thing, right? And Show noticed, like, we used to live together in college, and when you're around somebody for so much, little stuff just start to bother you. You know, like,
Mhm.
bruh, why you leave it? Why you got the food still in the microwave? Like, you know, little things you just make it up. That's why it's good to like get away and
Mhm.
reset. Like, dang, I was tripping over there over the microwave or something like this, you know. So that's why you gotta get away and reset because
Mhm.
when you're around somebody so often, it's just bugging, and that's why like it wasn't no real problem. It was like, damn, me and this dude been together so much. Like, bro, why you pouring chicken grease down the toilet? You know what I mean? Like,
He was just really mad because I was always on the phone with women all day. He wanted my attention, so he just wanted to start a problem with me. That's kind of what it was.
hey, let's go back to the comments again. Uh, Chris says your friends have to respect your significant other.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So yeah, so it is, and that is like, can your friends influence you on a trip to do like, yo, take one for the team? If they single and like, yo, take one for the team, Paris. And it's
I
just like
don't
they can't do that influence.
I honestly think if it was a weak-minded or an immature woman, then your friends will be an influence. But if you're a woman who kind of like knows, where you stand in your relationship and you solid, your friends don't have no influence on you. And if you want to be around friends that want to destroy your relationship, they're not your friends anyway. They've always had that plot out for you. So for me, I would say my friends can't influence me to do anything because I know what I have, and I'm not willing to take one for the team versus take one for my family. So no, they can't influence
Hold
me.
on. All right, so how about this? Like, your girl really like a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and three women, two
Mm-hmm.
other women. It's y'all three,
Yeah.
and they both found a guy they really like, and they single, whatever. And there's a third wheel, and they like, well, you don't got to talk to him, but just like, can they hang with us? Because I'm trying to talk to this guy. So now the guy is like talking to you, and he's vibing with you. You're not gonna do nothing with him. You're not gonna exchange numbers, but you got to entertain this man so they can talk to their two. Are you cool with? Are you cool with your husband doing that? Like, let me rephrase that. Like, so me, Lee, and your husband go out, and it's three women, and me
Mm-hmm.
and Lee working on the women, and he's like, we like, hey, just talk to a friend, man. So he just gotta. If you find out he was entertaining a woman, like he was talking to her for like an hour or two, or we all went out to dinner and she came to eat with us, and that was his little assignment. Are you upset about that, or as long as nothing happens?
Well, I would say, first of all, the intentions are disrespectful, right? Because you're not going to be entertaining anybody else, and your friends are kind of doing it in the wrong perspective. So I would say it's more so disrespectful in that manner. So yeah, I would be upset. Now, if it was me in that category and my girlfriends was talking to two other guys and they had a third wheel, I would have to remove myself because it's disrespectful. It would be disrespectful to my spouse, even though the intentions wouldn't be that. Perception is reality, and I'm not trying to have any type of false perception when it comes to that nature. So no, I don't think that would be cool on either side because, like I said, perception is reality. I could just be hanging out cool and like having fun, but how does that look, right? And it's all a respect thing. Even if I'm doing it tastefully, somebody else may see it as, yo, she hanging out talking to dudes, she laughing, kiki and giggling. That's disrespectful. So nah, it ain't my thing.
Yeah, that's definitely like if it was reversed, like nah, like because like my barber, he even told me it was like it's a similar like situation. Like if that had happened with his wife, it would be like if somebody seen you out, like, yo, your wife, she was talking to this dude. You sure that like what's going on? And you could have
Oh,
just been trying to just keep the person occupied. But then if it's seen out there, like, oh, your wife is out there just at the bar, talking to somebody. I thought, I thought something happened between y'all. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Perception, right?
I got a funny
Yeah.
story about that. My first baby mom, my son's
How
mother.
many baby mamas you got?
Two. Stop getting crazy. Only got two kids. But
Okay.
my first son, I didn't know about that. It's a long story, but anyway, I was getting to know her as she was pregnant. I found out she was pregnant. I was living in New Jersey, so I moved to Austin, Texas, to be a family and move in together. So as we was getting to know each other, we didn't really know each other like that. Lee, remember those times? I'm such a good man. But no, we moved straight in together. So she was like 8 months pregnant, and I was getting to learn her. I only seen her twice. So we was getting to know each other, and once she had the baby, I used to stay home with the kid all the time, let her do whatever she wanted to do. And it was they got big events in Austin, like relays and what's the musical one they got? South by Southwest. And they was having
South by Southwest.
Like real big events in Austin where everybody's like block parties, everybody go to the clubs, all this stuff. So they wanted to go so bad, and I never went 2 hours without my son at the time, and they wanted me to go out with them. And one of her friends was newly single, and she wanted me to go out with them. So her friend warned me like, "Hey, I'm gonna be looking for men tonight. Like I'm just out of a relationship. I ain't been with no other man in like 5 years. I'm looking for men tonight. Basically, like I'm about to be hard tonight, pretty much." So I'm like, all right, cool. So they go out, and I'm an egomaniac. Everybody who know me know that. Like my ego is out of control a little bit. So we walking in. My baby mom at the time made a little joke, and she was like, "Don't be trying to hold my hand now. You'll never hold my hand no other time." But we was walking through like a crowd of people, and I didn't, I was just trying to be a gentleman because we bumping shoulders and everything. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I just left. I said, "All right, text me when it's done. Y'all enjoy yourself." It was a crowd of people, and I left, and I got missing for like the rest of the day, like 4 hours. So as I was walking 2 hours later, I seen her and her friend entertaining two men, and then but her friend said she was going to be talking to men. But I guess, if another man, I get it. If another man is there while somebody talking to a girl, you want to talk to the other girl. That's what dudes do. Mm-hmm. But I was watching from a distance. I didn't say anything. I seen them talking. I seen the dude try to hand her phone to get a number. I seen him give a hug goodbye, all kinds of stuff. And I never brung it up. But I feel weak talking about stuff like that. I just kind of kept an eye on her after that and kind of told myself, like, this probably ain't going to work out. When I mentioned it to her, it's probably like 5 months later.
But is that a sign of insecurity? I mean, she could have just been hanging out with her, her friend, keeping her friend company. She could have been innocently doing something.
I was just asking that. That was the situation about taking one for the team. Like, do you let, she said she just was talking to the dude because her friend wanted the other guy, and the other guy was talking to her, so she didn't want to be rude. And that's what I meant. Like, if you go out with a guy who's looking for women, and you there, are you mad because your man's caught in that predicament where it might be another girl and she might start talking to him and he don't want to ruin his friend's little vibe?
Yeah. And so I also think that it comes to trusting your partner, right? If your partner says, yo, I wasn't doing anything, you got to trust what your partner says, and innocent until proven guilty, if you will, right? I love your situation that happened, but I just think that perception always becomes reality. And for a man, if he see his woman, his pride and joy talking or entertaining another man, that's going to put a bad taste in his mouth. You get what I'm saying? Versus a female, we probably more forgiving, where it's like, oh, he wasn't doing nothing. I love him. Where a man is like, dang, I don't even know if I can kiss her no more. She might have been kissing him on vacation or whatever.
That's how I was. I was cold for like the next 6 months. If it wasn't for that kid, I'd have left. If I ain't just had a son, I'd have been out of there. I might have called Lee like, hey, I think I'm out of here. This ain't gonna work. I'm funny acting like that, but it's all about choosing somebody you got faith in. Because if you believe somebody's character, then you can overlook some small things. If you don't trust them in the beginning like that, any little thing, you're never gonna get it back right. Like men, it's hard to rebuild a man's trust. Once he thinks something of you, it's gonna be like that.
Listen, preach. Okay, so Star says, what do you do when you're going on a trip with your friends and your spouse has an issue with you, or they insist on coming? Do you mind if a friend brings their spouse on a friend trip? Ain't no third wheel coming. Ain't no man coming on no girl trip. Unless he wearing a bikini too and put some pumps on.
Nah, he ain't all that. Well, he can. It's a new world, so if you want to do that, that's fine.
King Zone Kunle, don't bring your girl on a guy's trip. Your girl's a liability to other guys' relationships.
I mean, don't bring no beach to what they say. Don't bring no sand to the beach. Is that what they say?
Yeah, don't bring sand. Yeah, don't bring sand to the beach.
That's even worse though. Bringing your girl on a guy. If you bring your girl on one of our guys' trip, you're just gonna be hanging with your girl because I'm not chilling with you.
Yeah. What's that about?
You look weak as hell.
I think it is. Yeah, if it's a guy trip, like it's like it just ruined it. Like like not ruined it. You still gonna have a good time because I plan to. I like being around like just the fellas. Like oh, let's go. So we could especially like some of my friends, like, let's live it up like we back in college or we back at, high school, because we getting older. So you want to just live that up.
What if his
So
girl was in the hotel all day? Like, what if she didn't go like on outings and excursions with y'all? What if she just wanted to just be there at night with her man? Would that be a problem?
I think he shouldn't even tell us then. He should just sneak her into a separate room and don't let us know she's there.
I know I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, if that's the case, like I started to look at it like bro, you kind of weak. Like you can't just like
we got a little thing amongst us. Like, get this faggot out of here. No, not the faggot. Get this cornball out of here.
Why would that make him weak? I mean, just because his woman wanted to go, he could just love his woman dearly. What if he can't sleep without her? You get what I'm saying? I think that would make him him.
No, we respect it, but we want to talk about it behind his back.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you to your face, though. I'm gonna tell you.
I need another woman on here, man.
Yeah.
No, because if it's like that, we could all just bring our woman. We could have a couples trip. There's times for that. But it's like if we all hanging out. If your girl's going, how you look?
So you
look stupid.
So your husband just gonna be chilling in the room while you and your girls go do stuff?
Yep. Lay here until I get back. I'll be back. And don't go nowhere.
You gotta lay there though?
Yep, lay there until I get back. And order some room service. And when I get back, it's all about you. So yeah, I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely do something like that. But what I wouldn't do though is bring him like on excursions and us hang out. You get what I'm saying? With all my girlfriends, that wouldn't be cool. But if he wanted to bunk at the room or whatever, that's cool with me.
I think eventually, like he'll like, yo, you don't need to go to every one of those excursions. Like, just chill with me. Let's go do something. We in Paris and stuff. I don't know, like, just use your name for
the 20 minutes out to hang with me. You could at least went to
like you start to get that. He start guilt tripping you, like, yo, I'm just here. It's boring and stuff. I know, but I want to go do something. And then now you cut time to go do stuff with him, and now that's cut away from your friends.
Well, then that's funny though. We might think you did something already. Like, don't come trying to give me them seconds after you've been out for 15 hours with your friends.
I'm sloppy.
Drunk. I could tell a handprint been on that ass today.
But honestly, to me, that means that, he's a little bit immature or insecure, because if we talked about this before we went on the trip and you're going to stay your tail in that hotel room and in that bed waiting for me, then that's what you're going to do without complaining.
I think he's insecure for asking to go in the first place.
You know what? We all entitled to our opinion.
And mine's right.
Hey, but all right, this is I talked to a friend in Star, matter of fact, she brought it up. What about co-ed trips? Can your partner go on co-ed trips?
Without me? Nah, I'm not with it.
What you mean?
I'm not with the co-ed trips.
I know what co-ed means. What's a co-ed? What you mean by a co-ed trip? Give an example.
So if your girl got male friends and you might have met them, but if
not a couple trip though, just random
yes, a mix of male and female.
Like you, Paris, Drea, and some dudes go out and he's just going to hang out. No couples type thing, just like a bunch of male and females playing a trip together.
Everybody cool.
Nah, he fucking.
Yeah.
I don't even trust me on that trip. I don't think you should let me go on that trip. Hey, they say the best form of avoiding temptation, the best way to turn things down is to not put yourself in that predicament.
Right.
That's all I want. If I go on a trip like that, I'm gonna try something. I mean, I don't got to, but I'm gonna flirt, and then I'm gonna use the liquor as an excuse. I'm gonna go tap your door, act like I'm just being cool. I don't know. I don't want to be in that position.
It's crazy though. Like for me, I have a lot of male friends, and for me, I always think that people have the right intentions. Like they can never like cross that line or something like that. So a co-ed trip for me will be a no-no, because you never know who does not want to be your friend, who's secretly crushing on you. You know what I'm saying? That's like, yeah, let me like get her alone or whatever. So I mean, I don't trust nobody anymore, because somebody could act like they're your homie or whatever, and they could be like, yo, as soon as I get her drunk, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, so it's just not for me.
Hey, that might be the next topic on me and Paris's pod together. We look out for that. I got a lot to say about that one because I don't believe in male friends.
Hey, hey. So, and that's the thing too. So, I was talking with my wife about it to see like her opinion. She's like, "Oh yeah, she cool with it." Like I'm like, "What? No." And then she throws it back like, "Oh yeah, you could go. Just don't come home after." So it's like yeah, I told you. I said I can't have it happen because it's like if you on a trip and now you do get drunk, and what if he try to take advantage of you? You don't know this stuff. Like no, it's like if you start drinking too much and it'll just be too much. Like I'm not doing the whole like co-ed trip. Like I don't have a problem if you got male friends. I don't have an issue like Show might have an issue with, but like nah, you ain't taking the trip though. I can't do that one.
Then you don't really want her having because that's what I mean by it get touchy with male and female friends. If they're truly your friend, then you should be able to go on a trip with them, just like you should be able to go on a trip with your homegirl. That's how we viewing it. But we just don't believe that that's really their friend. We're not for that. So it's like, nah, I'm not taking that risk. You can't sleep at night if your girl go on a trip with a dude like, oh, this is my best friend. We going nah, I'm cool.
A man gonna be a man regardless though. If attractive female, he has an attractive female friend, you best believe he gonna try something, whether it be a hug, kiss, whatever it is. He gonna try to cross that line. And if she allow him out of that friend zone, that one little inch that he get, he gonna try to take a mile. So not
it's really on the woman because a straight man gonna be a straight man. When a dude is in a friend zone, it's because it was a good woman. Like the guy's not turning it down. I don't care what nobody say. Maybe some.
I disagree.
Me too.
I disagree.
Except Leroy.
I disagree.
And me.
Yeah, no. I got two real close friends. Vicky was one of them that's been on our podcast. And Star is my other friend. I've never tried nothing with them, never had the interest in them. And and she put on there, we all took a co-ed trip to Miami, but I was single. I think they were single, I'm not sure, but nothing never happened. Nothing tried.
What if you was on that trip with Beyonce or an IG model or something? If you was on a trip with an IG model and a couple homegirls, would it be different? We ain't talking about somebody you're not attracted to. I'm talking about somebody you're attracted to. But we talking about
but we talking about friends,
right?
What if you're on with friends? Beyonce, you got eyes. Your eyes work.
I know. I don't. My eyes never broke. Like my friends. Good-looking women, but they're just not my interest. You know what I mean? So it didn't pique my interest, but their friendship is what I want. So we went to Miami. It was nothing that. No, it didn't start. I never started off like that.
Okay, what if it was if you had a friend like what if I was following Paris on IG and I didn't know her? And I was hitting her IG up. I was liking all her pictures. And then one day we became cool because we was talking about some topics on her thing. And we just became real good friends over the years. And then that's different. It's like I initially started talking to her because I was attracted. Not because we were so cool of friends. And then if we just ended up being friends after a failed attempt, which is how most male and females become friends. Usually a guy trying to talk to you or just trying to get in your space. And then he realized you're not having it. So he just play along. And then now you got a new friend. But that's how it usually happened. I think Lee, you went to college with Vicky and them, right?
I went to college with both of them, and my friend Scuba introduced me to Vicky, and my friend Ike introduced me to Star, and it was just always friends from the gate. So, but like I wouldn't feel comfortable maybe going on a trip with them now with being having a wife. You know what I mean? Where it's I don't want to live that double standard. Like, oh yeah, nah. Even though I'm like, to be their friends, I should be able to. Like you saying, like, oh, we're friends. But I also I'm not gonna plan a trip. Like, yo, let's go to this with, because I'm like, no, I got to respect my wife. and
There you
she
go.
might not even have an issue. She might not even have an issue with it, but it's still, in my knowledge, is like, no, my wife is, my first responsibility, not my friend.
Okay, what about business? Let's say this pod blows up. Everything's going good.
Let's say this pod is going to blow up. And okay, go ahead.
I figure it will. I mean, I am on it. But no, but let's say the pod blows up and we got an appearance somewhere and it's a big time offer or it's something public and your man is busy. He can't go nowhere. And they want us down in Miami this weekend to discuss some business. And we got to go travel together. Is that's a friendship? That's a thing. Do you let your girl go? Do you feel funny about letting her do that?
That's work. Right now, this is a career.
You still got to trust your spouse. Well, it's the same thing, no matter what's the reason or what's the title. Like, I don't think a dude gonna feel better.
Yeah.
If Paris was my wife and y'all two was going on vacation for work, I'm still gonna have trouble sleeping that night. Like, what they do. I don't care what you call it, business, work. Right? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I'm being in the house like, don't call me. I ain't checking in on you or nothing. You know what? When my woman go on girl trips, I don't even talk to her. I don't check in. I never call. Like, you got to text me or call me. I never call. You could be gone for a week. I won't call you or text.
For what?
Because I got this. I think it's a defense mechanism. I don't even want to come off like I'm wondering what you're doing or I'm in your space. Like, I feel like you're on a schedule. You're having fun. I don't know what you're doing. You could contact me whenever you feel free. I don't want to be interrupting. You could be out on the beach. You could be in some water. And then, because the more you contact somebody and they don't pick up, that's what makes your mind start feeling funny. Like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. You sleep already? Oh, I called you at lunch and like, yo, I was doing this. I was doing that. So to avoid that, I just think you free when you free. You call me when everything dies down on your end. I don't know what y'all doing.
That's crazy.
Hey, let's get to some more of the comments. Marcus Washington says, all that talk and entertaining can lead to something. Talking plus entertainment plus drink equals problems.
Yep.
Kool-Aid.
Not if y'all
answer this one from Star. Kool-Aid said, can a guy bring his side chick, aka homegirl, to a guy's trip?
His side chick.
It happen. I've been on trips.
Hey, D. Riley, thanks for watching.
I've been on trips where certain guys will be like, hey, we all going out, but they use you, and they be like, hey, I got this girl flying in from such. You be like, oh man, you don't even see them. They'll come down and have a girl meet them or something like that. But
see, y'all always up to something.
No, just people who cheat always up to something. That was that guy. Don't put that on the whole world.
Hey, so you got D. Riley said the concept is cool, but it doesn't happen like that. She calling where you at and what you doing and vice versa.
What you doing?
I never really had that experience. My women they don't call me like that.
You said don't call you?
Not like that. Like they like to pretend.
I want to hear what you got to do. Say bigly.
What do you say?
Jay Gray says it's like a situational awareness thing. It's the scenario that makes or break the deal. Haifa says, yeah, coy trips is risky to a relationship. I don't think it's worth the risk if you're happy in your relationship.
Agreed.
Jay Gray said, in my mind is the question, are you in a relationship with a person you don't trust or have issues when you not in arm's reach?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't trust, and sometimes it just ain't worth the headache. Like, you might trust them, and it's just like, this is just too much altogether. Like, whether I trust you or not, don't do nothing to make me distrust you. Let's keep it how it is.
Yeah. But like, what if your girl was on a girl's trip, right? And she run into, these male strippers and they running on the beach and they looking all sexy. They got oil and stuff on their body, and then she want to take a picture with them. All her girls want to take a picture. And the male strippers is like holding your girl, like, in a nice little way. And then one of her girlfriends posts the picture. Are you going to get jealous?
No, because I don't think no girl I deal with is dumb enough to let me see the picture.
But her girlfriend posted on social media.
Keep it to yourself.
But her girlfriend posted on social media. You look into your girlfriend's pages because they all went together. You see this picture. What you gonna feel like?
I'm gonna use the opportunity to cheat.
Oh God!
I'm just telling you the truth. I'm gonna be like, I don't know what you did, so As a matter of fact, I'm feeling real vacation-y. I'm about to go somewhere in 2 days, so I ain't bothering you.
Lee, what you gonna do?
Ah man, nah. Well, first I'm like, nah. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like that's just too coincident. You know, I can't. I don't know. I'm gonna be like what the hell is this? Like, why would you even put yourself in that situation? Oh, it's just strippers. Like, nah. Like, I ain't trying to hear that. That's one thing I ain't trying to hear. Now, go ahead.
Go ahead. What you saying, Lee?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, because
I was saying I had an
another
incident. I had a lot of incidents, so I kind of could chime in on a lot of stuff. But
I'm sure. I'm quite
incidents in my day. Years ago, many moons ago, I went to Vegas one time, and I had met these girls. It was a crazy story. I don't even want to talk about it. I write a book. It's actually in there. But anyway, I had met these two girls, and I ended up chilling with them, and they wanted me to stay with them in their room. I was supposed to leave, and I had rescheduled and stayed a little longer. And I ended up meeting these two girls, and every guy's dream. We out in Vegas, like, oh, I got two women, and I stayed with them. And I went to go see my baby mom, but we wasn't together. So I show up, and I had a picture with the two girls. And it was like a real comfortable looking cozy picture, but it wasn't like that. It was just, I was chilling. We was eating lunch, and the guy was like, hey, y'all, oh, they all nice. Let's take a picture. He just wanted to hustle us out of some money. So I took it. I paid for the picture, and I had it, and I forgot I had it. It's kind of big, and I had it like in my luggage. And I guess she went through my luggage, I went to go see my son. I'm going to see her and my son, and I just look crazy. Like I just came from a wild place, and I guess it just don't look, the optics don't look good. Like you just went two men. I don't want my woman to look like the girl who got her leg up on one dude's shoulder and the other dude holding her from the back. So I see what Lee's saying. Like I just can't unsee it. It's like, oh, this is what you do when you're not with me. Do you run train? You get trains?
Yeah, because the saying is perception is halfway around the world before reality catches us.
Says Paris Lauren.
There you go. You better say it.
Hey, so my question was, so before this guys and girl trip, or the first time they going on and you're in a relationship, do you sit down and actually talk about it? Like, hey, I know you're going on this trip. Like, what's some restrictions? What's some do this? Or you just okay? You going on your trip? Let them go and when they come back.
If you know your partner and y'all love each other and y'all got that bond, what is there to talk about? You should already know the ins and outs, and you already should know not to disrespect your partner. So you shouldn't even have to extend that courtesy. If you feel the need that you have to talk to somebody before they go somewhere, that's showing a sign of distrust already from the gate, because why you got to sit me down like I'm a child or I'm in school or something like that? No, I know to keep myself together and conduct myself accordingly. So I'm not gonna have no conversation. Do you hang yourself? You hang yourself. You know what you got at home. If you don't want this, you know what I'm saying, you got the keys. So I'm not.
One line. I got one good line. I just say, hey, before you leave, remember how hard it is to pay your own bills.
Woo!
Like rent and stuff is one split up, and all your bills is back to you.
Hey, you take your whole scholarship away.
Right.
Change your whole life. You get kicked out. When you're giving out full scholarships, it's easy to have a good one.
Yeah, hey, you giving out them schollies. Jane Stark says, when you love someone, are you naturally insecure, or do you think it's not real love?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I think when you love someone, you do have some type of feelings in you where you can get jealous over certain things, but it's how you react over those feelings. If you could conduct yourself, like if I see my man hugging another woman, I don't know if that's his cousin or something, I don't know who that is. I'm going to conduct myself as so because I love him, but I'm also in my mind going to be like, who that lady? You know what I'm saying? I might go over there and be like, listen, who's that? Because I love him, but I'm not going to be like, yo, who that you hugging on that? No, I'm going to conduct myself like a woman because I know where I stand. I know I'm the prize. So now I'm not, I wouldn't say it's not love. I would say it's just a natural feeling, or insecurity. It's just a natural feeling that you have when you love somebody.
It's all on a woman. I think if you got the woman you trust, I don't really care much about nothing. If I don't think you're going to do something, then I don't care what you do. If I'm worried about what you're doing, deep down, I know I picked the wrong woman. And I didn't take that risk. That's all it is, really.
There you go.
You know when you took a chance on a woman.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take no chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chances.
Sick of her. Every time she
Yeah.
put
So
this on, she been acting funny.
yeah. Hey, she ready. She ready. She came battle ready, tested, ready to go today.
I'm getting me an outfit for next show.
But yeah, you got anything else to add on the vacations?
I mean, I'm about to go to Jamaica in July. I'm about to go on a girls trip in June to Miami. It's on, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be suns out, buns out, pics out, everything out. But you know what? The person who loved me knows that I'm gonna be respectful regardless. So you know what I'm saying? Just have fun, do your thing.
Oh, this trip was this conversation was personal. She was trying to leverage herself so when the pics come back with the strippers and all that, she's like, I already said on the podcast once that I don't want you to have fun. She had one coming up. So this is fake. We need to redo this after her trip. I say, men, get a woman you trust. Women, get a man you trust. And really, men, don't let your woman go on no trip. If she asks you to go, dump her. No, I'm playing. Everybody, just get a partner. Don't have them. Everybody needs their free space. So as long as it ain't too often, I think it's cool.
Oh, Lee, can I add one more thing though?
Nope.
Every healthy person, healthy relationships, you should have a spouse trip, a friends trip, a family trip, and just some, self time by yourself, just to kind of keep your head straight. I don't think people should limit it just to, I'm going on a man's trip, I'm going on a trip with my spouse. You need trips sometimes by yourself too, or just with your kids too. So I just think it's just healthy just to get up and just do your thing and do what makes you happy overall. But trips are healthy regardless of who you with and what you do.
I'm done.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I second that. I'm a firm believer in that too. Like I said, I'm excited. Next week I'm going with friends, and it's friends from that I grew up with since 4th grade, friends from college, and a friend that I met in Florida. And it's gonna be good just to be able to get out and just have fun. Not saying I don't have fun with my wife, but it's a different type of fun sometimes, and reliving sometimes stuff from the past. We bring up jokes that like, bro, when you was doing this, it's just some inside jokes, and it's just funny. We get a chance to laugh about it again, and especially as people get older in life, and then you also losing people in life, so you want to be able to cherish that time with them, while we're here. Not just, I'm a firm believer. You don't want to just show up at funerals. The only time people get together. So get out there and go enjoy. You got people that I knew show now 20 years, and I get to see them once every 8 years, or something like that.
You're a little
nowadays.
crazy. I just seen you like 8 months ago.
Yeah. But it'd be like that. Sometimes things get lost, especially we lost a year with the pandemic. It's like crazy when you think of I'm like, yo, I ain't seen my mom in going on 2 years because of that pandemic year. But get out there, enjoy life, and enjoy the people that you love. And it's not just your spouse, but you got friends that became family, that don't live by you. I moved to Florida, and I got friends in New York, Green Bay, North Dakota, Chicago, all over the country. And like, yo, let's meet up. We can't all just go to one house. So, hey, let's meet up somewhere, and let's meet up somewhere fun, somewhere we're going to enjoy it. So, Paris show, I definitely appreciate y'all having. I love the discussion on it. And like everybody that's out there, I'm on vacation next week, but we're gonna have a great show with Paris and Show next week, leading the charge, because we're looking to do. We don't got a title yet, but we're gonna figure it out, because I think the dynamic of you two is gonna be excellent, and I'm looking forward to tuning in a little bit here and there when I'm on vacation. But we gonna get the details, and hey, I'm gonna send the link, and we gonna have everything in order. And then hopefully going forward, hopefully y'all come back and help on the Don't Get Tricked podcast. But hey, I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all can do, because I talked to both of you, and I think it's a good dynamic that y'all can bring.
No doubt. Let me see virtual 5. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for your confidence, Lee. I'm sure it's more in me than her. Like, if you had a chart, like 80% me, I'll carry her. We get it done.
Yeah. So, like, if we ain't got nothing else, like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, and share the YouTube Don't Get Tricked podcast. By the way, our website is live and active today. It's dgtpodcast.com. So make sure you go check that out. And yeah, this is the Don't Get Tricked podcast. We out. Peace.